For a long period of time. Look, please feel free to exit the boat as you see fit. Alright? You don't have to wait on my permission to leave the boat.
Did you ever feed them off the boat, or are they...
Well, for about 19 years we actually fed these alligators. We fed the alligators marshmallows, folks. Now some of y'all may have seen that, some of you may have heard of it. Folks, alligators love marshmallows. Now you may wonder, why would an alligator of all things like marshmallows? Well, folks, alligators like marshmallows because they're marsh animals. Oh, it'll get worse. I'm going to tell you a little more about him in a second. But this alligator that we're passing along this left side here, I want us to get a better look at him.
Hey.
And I'm going to back up a little bit to see this alligator. This is a unique alligator, folks, along this left side here. The reason why I say that, I almost passed him up, didn't even notice it, but
he has
a little more difficulty swimming. An L shape at the end of the tail. And folks, for an alligator to have lived out here as long as he has with the fin tail is really kind of amazing. Because with alligators, it is survival of the fittest out here, folks. And when we come across an alligator like this one here that has a fin tail, we like to call that a reptile dysfunction. I told you it's getting worse.
He did warn us.
That's right, you can't say I didn't warn you.
Hi.
So of course, along the way, I will bring us to those areas. What you will have to keep in mind, though, is that it's not quite like Disney World out here, folks. You can't just press a button and they all come out singing and dancing for you. Yep. So if you were expecting to see singing and dancing alligators out here today, I hate to disappoint you this early on in the tour. If you like, I can just pull over alongside the bank and I will just let you out. If you're that disappointed. And I can just pick you up on the way back if you're still there.
Oh, you can sing and dance for us.
I got it.
Oh, you don't want to see that. But folks, the advantage that we do have with the alligators themselves is that, as you may have noticed already, the alligators are used to coming to the boat. They come to the boat because they're looking for something to eat. Now, in case you're wondering what it is that the alligators really like to eat, well, the alligator's favorite food of all is tourists. These are man-made. Yeah. I'll tell you a little more about them in just a second here. But along the way, folks, you will notice that there are some fish that like to jump out of the water here. We have two different types that will do that. There's a small one, which is called a mullet, and there's a bigger one, which is called a carp. But those are the two species that we have here that will jump out of the water. And also in this area here, there's usually some alligators that like to hang out right here. Like I said, they're territorial folks. I come back here quite a bit, so I know there's some that like to wait right here.
What do alligators eat besides tourists?
Alligators are scavengers. Alligators don't really care what it is that they eat. They're not real particular. Their main diet here, though, will be the fish, most likely. There is an alligator coming up behind us here, but we're not really going to have time to sit here and wait for him. We have to get out of the way of this other boat here.
Sorry, you missed us. Yeah, alligator power.
Yep.
I see him coming.
But folks, like I said, when these alligators come to the boat, is there one up ahead of us here? Oh, y'all was trying to keep that a secret from everybody else, huh?
What?
But there's one alone. Looks like he's come over to the right side here. But folks, like I said, the alligators, they come to the boat because they're looking for something to eat. So if you have something that you want to throw them, like a small child, a friend, a spouse, a mother-in-law, anything like that, just somebody you're looking to get rid of. Look, I won't tell anybody if you don't tell anybody, huh? What goes on? Yeah, because what goes on the boat here between us, folks, it will just stay on the boat here between us. Yep. And I'll be honest with you, in the years that I've been doing this, I've learned that their favorite food is probably mother-in-law. So if you have one on the boat here with you, like I said, if you want to get rid of somebody, I won't tell anybody if you don't.
Where is it?
What happened on the boat? The gator?
Yeah.
He just got you wet.
She's covered in all this duckweed here, so it's hard to really get a good look at her. But like I said, you can tell the size of the alligator by looking at the head of the alligator. This is the biggest one we've seen so far, this trip here. And this has been one of the biggest ones I've seen today, actually. She's been out all day for me. This alligator here, just to kind of give you an idea, folks, it's probably right over 6 feet in length, and it's probably right over 100 pounds, about 125 pounds or so, be my guess.
Oh, way down the way.
Too far.
Kodak moment.
We almost passed right by him, didn't even see him.
Too far.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. And folks, believe it or not, this is a famous alligator. This alligator is our internet alligator. He's called the internet alligator because, as you can see, he's logged on. Alright, I'm going to slow us down just a little bit. And folks, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the engine off. And I'm going to see if I can call this alligator to us. Now keep in mind, folks, I am a trained professional. So what you're about to see me do, don't try this at home, okay? Here, girl, here, girl, here, girl. Come on, girl. Like I said, folks, I'm a professional, so don't just anybody try this, all right?
Bet you get a lot of girls that way.
That's right.
She does show up. You got the title there.
That's right. Usually this works, believe it or not, folks, and it worked a lot better when we had the marshmallows.
I guess.
Come on, girl. Come on. Now, at this time of the year, it's really hit and miss with the bigger alligators because we're in the part of the year where the females have gone off to lay their eggs. Now, we're expecting her to come back any day because they will stay in the area with the nest, but they will wander away from the nest if they're looking for something to eat or something like that.
How many do they typically have?
They can have anywhere between 20 to 70 eggs in the nest, depending on the size of the female that lays them.
Oh.
I'm going to bring it out here. I'm going to sit it on the bench here, folks. Give me 1 second.